showtime.
It is showtime. Hello, everybody. I am your host, Robert, a.k.a. The Tall Man, and this is my lovely wife, Lisa, a.k.a. Mrs. Tall Man. Not that anything is working tonight. Oh, my good Lord. Here, why, there we go. There's that. There's Lisa. Woo, there we are. Oh, Lisa's over there, though.
There I am.
There you are. Anyway, we are coming to you live from Tall Man Mobile somewhere in New Mexico, actually in Albuquerque. And we have a live special guest on with us tonight. Ashley, there she is. Say hello to Ashley. She is on the Icon of the Seas. We don't actually have her microphone on yet, but she's going to be with us here in just a second. So... And why is this just nothing's working tonight? I don't know what is going on. It's because we're live and we got a special guest. And anyway, so we hope everybody had a fantastic week last week. We did a lot of driving and a lot of you were with us and we appreciate you being there.
Yes, we do. That was awesome.
We talked a lot of cruise news, so we're not going to talk to cruise news here because we did it throughout the week and it would be funky to, redo that. But let's say hello to everybody at least who's here with us so far.
Let's do.
And then we'll bring on Ashley. Here we go. Mamie Radar, hello. How's Albuquerque? Albuquerque's great. Our AC's not working very well in the AC, so it's really hot here. We're going to start sweating in a few minutes. We apologize. Better popcorn.
We're going to glisten.
You're going to glisten. I'm going to sweat. Hello, Macrina. Welcome. Bev actually brought popcorn, but too sleepy to pop it. I'm so sorry. And she's going, good night. Oh, good night. You're going to miss the icon. Tom, hello, by the way. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. We appreciate that so much.
Yes, we do. Thank you.
We are well. I hope you are well as well. All right. Patricia says, hello. Hope the road runners are rested. Actually, we're fairly rested. Yeah, we're fairly rested.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that in a little bit. We've got Ashley hanging on there. Hey, Macrina's saying, hey, Ashley, but she can say hello to you in a minute. In fact, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's just bring her up there while we're doing this.
Yes.
So. There she is. Welcome, Ashley, to the show. How are you tonight?
Hello, everybody.
So everybody wants to know right away. I know they want to know. What was your first impression of the Icon of the Seas?
So far, it's amazing. I mean, we've only been on less than a little bit over 24 hours. I mean, we boarded about 11:30 yesterday, so we've only been on about a day and a half. So we haven't even scratched the surface of the ship yet, honestly. So far, I've seen a couple people comment that it's like a floating Las Vegas. And so far, it kind of is. Like, not quite as tacky as Las Vegas, but it is a little bit flashy like Las Vegas. Like, the Pearl is very flashy, very pretty. It was hard to get a picture today because everybody wants a picture inside the Pearl. I managed to get, like, a little selfie of myself in the Pearl. But so far, it's very pretty. We've... been very impressed with the food. We had the main dining room tonight for dinner. It was fancy night. And I don't get too fancy, but fancy as I get. It was very good. I had the chicken cordon bleu with Caesar salad and apple, what's it called? Apple cobbler.
Ooh, yummy.
But today we had pre-reserved like several months ago a day bed at the Hideaway, which is the adult only area, which is the area I'm at now that you can kind of see me at. In the back is some of the Hideaway, like the loungers and whatnot. Those are all the loungers. But also you can see like back there, what you're probably seeing is the flow rider. And then like over here, the two white canopy leaf looking things, I guess, there's two hot tubs over there. And then so we reserved, and then like over here, wait, let me see if I can.
Yeah, why don't you walk us around, Ashley?
Okay, let me walk you around a little bit. Let me see. I'm not super techy, so I apologize for. Oops, see, there we go. Hold
so
on,
remember, you're gonna need to turn the camera around. It's gonna kick you out, and then you're gonna have to come back in.
Or maybe I just do this.
Okay, if you're fine with that, and you think we're seeing what we need to see, you got to hold the camera up. We're looking at the ground.
Sorry, I'm trying. I'm
That's okay.
trying. I'm not, like I said, I'm not super techy. Anyway, okay, so like these are the hideaway beds. Um, they're kind of messed up right now, but because the wind probably. But anyway, we paid like we had a special, and it was like $150 a person. So for two of us, it was like 300 bucks. But whoops, hold on, I'm gonna try to
And,
turn you around.
and that was just for the day. She'll be right back, guys. It's just that's what happens when you turn your camera around for whatever reason. We're gonna have to let her back in, so we're gonna let her back in, and we're gonna make her.
Oh, wait, there we go. I
Okay.
still didn't. Anyway,
We still didn't
anyway,
flip it.
it was like for today. Okay, there they are. The little day beds
Yeah,
right there.
yeah.
There we go. There's the day beds. So there's like 7 of those day beds, and we reserved it for today for port day. I mean sea day, and it was like $300. I think they're normally $350 maybe, but we got it for $300. So my friend and I just split it. It also came with a bottle of champagne, which we were very surprised. We kind of forgot about it. They were like, "Oh, you get your bottle of champagne." We're like, "Oh, okay, sweet." And if you didn't want
Nice.
champagne, you could have 4 cocktails. Um, so let me turn around a little bit. Anyway, so here's the loungers. Some more loungers there. There's my friend Amanda. That's her back. She's talking to her husband. She's talking to her husband. Hi, Amanda. Wait, there's Amanda. Wait, say hi, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
There's Amanda.
Welcome to the show.
Okay, sorry. I'm so not techie. I really
That's all right.
apologize. Hope y'all
Just
aren't
try to
like
keep the
throwing up.
Just try to keep the camera as steady as possible. Your phone.
I am.
Yep.
Okay. So, okay, now I'm going to walk over to
So what
the
you need to do is
pool.
you need to hit the little circle button that'll turn the camera around. Remember, it's going to kick you out, but you can turn the camera around so that we're seeing forward because we really can't see much. And of course, we lost her. Well, we are live. Isn't it amazing that we can? Even when we do it, I'm always amazed at being able to be on a ship and broadcast live and have an audience while we're doing it.
I know, and to be here in Albuquerque and pull her in the icon.
There we go.
There we go.
I'm
Hang
back.
on.
I'm
There
back.
you go.
Okay.
Oh,
Let's put you back on full screen.
Oh, hang on, we lost her again.
That's me. Let's bring her back up. There you go.
there we go. Sorry. Okay. So I'm just going to turn you around because every time I feel like. Anyway, so there's the pool,
Nice.
the
Closed for
hideaway
the night.
pool.
Are
Have it
those
all
like
blocked off.
are those
There we go.
benches that you rent in the middle, or can you just sit on those? The little beds there.
No, you have to rent those. Those are like reserved. They're way more expensive than the day beds that we reserved over there. That's just ocean view right by the glass. Today when we were in the pool, there was only somebody that had like this middle one.
Gotcha.
But the other 2 were empty. But like you also get 4 water bottles. And then of course the servers come around and whatnot. But I like how the pool has like, I don't know if you can tell, but like right in front of the day beds, there's like these little like white looking tables. So it's kind of cool because like
We
the
see 'em.
pools are in sections, and so there's like little tables in between. So anyway, it's closed right now. It closes at 9:00.
Yeah. Nope.
But
We can tell that. We can see the netting on it.
yeah, they just started closing it. The Hideaway Bar. Let me go over there. So it's a really cute little. Oh, and these are really cool loungers too. Like you see these.
Oh yeah. Yep.
See these little day beds right here?
Yep. Yep.
Those are really cool loungers as well. They're like flat with like a little cute round pillow.
Nice.
So those are very cool. I like
Just
those a
pause
lot.
just a second. Just so everyone knows, we are here, myself and my lovely wife Lisa. We are with Ashley, who is coming to us live right now, as you see it, from the Icon of the Seas, somewhere in the middle of the ocean, and so we are live on the Icon of the Seas. I just find that amazing. So, by the way, how was the weather? How's it been?
The weather is perfect. It was hot this morning. We got a little bit of sunburn. It's pretty windy tonight. It really wasn't windy like today during the day, but it was pretty windy this evening. So my hair is kind of all over the place. But
You
anyway,
got cruise hair. It's okay.
Anyway, here's oh my gosh, I'm so afraid of this camera. Okay, so here is like some more of the Hideaway. There's the Hideaway bar. You can see the bar right there.
Yep, I do. Bartender up there
That
looking
is the
awfully
Hideaway
lonely tonight.
Say
He's
hi,
waving.
Cupid is waving. Cupid, the bartender. You're on live YouTube right now, Cupid. Yes.
Hello, Cupid.
Hey, Mr. Bartender. Isn't that a
That
song?
is Cupid.
It is.
And he's so cute.
Hey, bartender.
He's so cute. Okay. Anyway, this is more of the Hideaway area, the bar area.
Nice.
It's got a lot of tables, umbrellas.
Poor
these little
Cupid's by
tables
himself.
here. Yeah, well, he is. Yeah, they just closed at 9 o'clock, so
Okay,
we got
so
like the last drink.
Okay,
We
so
got,
the
like, the last
hideaway
drink from them.
the hideaway bar closes at 9 o'clock as well as the pool.
Absolutely, yes,
Okay.
yes, it does.
All right.
But they said I made sure with Cupid back there that I wouldn't get kicked out over there in the video area. So I'm like, I don't want to get kicked out.
Do they actually like close it where you're not supposed to be there?
I don't think so, but they close like the pool, like there's signs that say the pool's closed.
Gotcha.
Or the jacuzzi's closed, or what have you.
Yeah, so I think you're okay to roam around. You're all right.
Yeah, I think so too. But anyway, so then here's some more. Like if you were sitting in these tables and chairs, it looks out to the ocean right there. You just can't really see it because of the nighttime.
It's dark. Yes.
But anyway, so that's
we have those challenges when we're streaming live, is to try to show you that there's something going on down there. Usually from the back of the ship, we'll take one of our cameras, put up real high so you can see the
right
rooster tail,
so
if you will, coming out the back.
Like,
the wake.
And it's kind of.
Yeah, we can see it.
I mean,
yeah, we can see it.
Yeah, great view.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny because like when we were on the other side today, where our daybed was, like we could see the stream of the water, the aft. I don't know what the official name of,
I just call it the wake.
Right there. But anyway, so we were like, wow, we're right in front of it. But then when we were in the pool at the glass, like then this view was like right in front of us.
Oh, isn't that
so
awesome?
I'm like, yeah, I'm like, wait a minute, is that like an optical illusion? Because when we were on the other side where the daybeds are, we saw the same view. Like it's really strange. And I'm
That's
like,
because
okay,
the ship is so big.
It's huge, and I'm just not like. Maybe it's just I'm technically not. I don't. I know I'm not techie, and I apologize.
That's okay. Question. Outside of the Icon of the Seas, what's the largest ship you've been on outside of the Icon of the Seas?
The Jubilee. Just this past January, I was on the third sailing of the Jubilee.
Okay, so you're on the Jubilee, so that's 180,000 tons, and the Icon is much bigger. What's your overall feeling of size? Have you felt overwhelmed with the size, or do you feel that it's comfortable enough for you?
I think it's comfortable. Like to me, I'm fine with any ship. Like I don't care if it's small or big. Jubilee was the biggest I had been on before Icon, and like I said, even in the little bit day and a half that we've been on Icon, like. We have not even scratched the surface. Like we haven't been to Central Park yet. We haven't been to the Overlook yet. We haven't been to Surfside. We could see Surfside from like when we were eating in the Windjammer for dinner last night and breakfast. We could see Surfside, but we really have not walked around yet that much, Like today we had from about 9 to 3 on our little daybed here. In the Hideaway, but we just really. Oh, I'm gonna go up to those little hot tubs. Sorry.
Yeah, let's go to the hot tubs.
Okay.
So I understand you haven't.
I just wanted to make sure Amanda was over there with our bottle of champagne that we forgot to get earlier when we were here for the daybeds, and we just went to the bar to get a drink before I came on here, and I'm like, oh, we didn't get our bottle of champagne, and so they gave it to us. So she's sitting over there, so no one takes our bottle of champagne.
That's nice.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I know you said that you haven't really walked around a whole lot, but the places that you have been, have you found the ship? Has it been easy to navigate?
Yes, and especially because of how the elevators are. Like the elevators, and then in each elevator lobby, there's a diagram that tells you what's on what floor. So, like, if we kind of forgot, okay, wait, is the hideaway? Because we came last night to kind of see where the hideaway was, so we would know where to come this morning. And we're like, wait, is it on 15 or is it on 16? But there's like a a diagram, a grid, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, a directory, I guess,
A
from
ship's
us from
map.
school days in the mall. There's like a directory that tells you what's on what floor. So
Oh,
let me
nice.
show you the hot tubs real quick.
By the way,
So here there's one hot tub at the hideaway.
That's pretty big.
That is nice.
Yeah, and there's two of those the same size. So here is the other hot tub.
Nice. They're waving.
Yeah. So yeah, I know. I'm trying to live YouTube.
They're partying. Hello, everybody.
You never know, right? You never know.
Macrina,
So now I'm
Ashley.
walking back out. So like, if you're so let's see. So okay, I'm going to turn the camera around. We'll see if I disconnect. Hold on, because I want to show you.
Okay. For whatever reason, let's try that again.
Okay, how come it's not turning, like staying turned?
I have no idea, because it did it when we practiced this the other day.
I don't know either.
It's our live show.
It's because we're live.
Yes.
It works during rehearsal and then doesn't work for the live.
Welcome to our world.
I don't know. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So we'll try to. Maybe I'll walk backwards. Okay.
We adapt, right?
Yeah.
So Macrina wants to know, did you eat in the main dining room? And I know you already mentioned it, but she obviously didn't hear. So what did you have in the main dining room tonight?
We ate in the main dining room tonight. Me and Amanda both had the Caesar salad as an appetizer. They had Maine lobster tail tonight.
Ooh.
Yeah, as a free, not extra charge. So Amanda had the Maine lobster tail, and then I had chicken cordon bleu.
Nummy.
That's one of my favorite meals ever. I love chicken cordon bleu. Actually, that was my favorite meal in the Jubilee dining room also. Maybe I just love chicken cordon bleu. I don't know.
I do too.
So then I had apple cobbler for dessert, and Amanda had like a cappuccino chocolate cake.
Nice.
Sounds yummy.
I don't like anything coffee flavor, so I didn't get that. But anyway. So yeah, it was very good. I was very impressed with the food. And one thing I love, like, I don't know, this is only my second Royal cruise. I've been on Allure of the Seas in January of 23, me and Amanda. But so this is only my second Royal cruise, my 9th cruise overall. What I like about Royal is, like, even if you have the drink package, like, they don't hand you a receipt to sign every single time. Even with Carnival, with the drink package, they still hand you the receipt to sign every single time. So I kind of like that. Like, you don't feel obligated to tip extra, even though I am a big tipper. Like, I always prepay my gratuities. I tip extra. Like, that's just me. I was a server back in the day one time, but for a couple years. So, like, I know how it is. So I'm a big tipper anyway. But, like, it's kind of nice that they don't ask you to sign something for every single thing. Like, I feel like Carnival does that. And I don't know if they do it for extra tips. I don't know if that's just they need their paper record. Like, I don't know. But me and Amanda remembered that today. We're like, oh, wow, like, I forgot they're not signing. You know, like, we were in the main dining room tonight. And we each had, like, a couple glasses of wine. But they never brought us a paper to sign. And we're like, do we just leave? Like, like I don't know. So... Anyway,
it's an interesting thing,
so
you know.
I'm walking.
I was going to say it's interesting how each of the cruise lines do. I was just saying it's a little bit different. Each cruise line handles their stuff differently. As you're talking about, Carnival has receipts, Royal Caribbean does not. I'm assuming the receipt is just a backup of you signing, so that you can't, you know, after the cruise saying, I didn't have any of that, right?
So the bartender can't, you know, go back and have a drink himself and then say, oh, no, it was her.
Right. Exactly.
Right. So, like, I don't know, but I felt weird. Like, tonight, we both forgot to bring cash with us to the main dining room, and usually I would tip a little bit, like maybe just $10 extra, or something. But we both forgot to bring cash with us, but then they didn't ask us to sign anything. So I felt kind of guilty leaving without leaving an extra tip. But I'm like, well, we're on a 7-day cruise. We're gonna bound to eat there 2 or 3 more times, so we'll just leave extra at that time. But like, I just kind of felt bad, like not leaving anything extra.
Well,
That's just me.
your card is going to let them know that you were there. Your room card, right? So it's not like you haven't forgot.
Right.
So when you go back, just bring a little.
Yeah, I
Mamie,
just felt bad. I don't know.
Mamie Radar has a question for you. Okay.
Okay.
Is
Gotcha.
that blue bracelet your room key?
Yes, I have a WoW band, and I originally brought my lanyard from my last Royal Cruise. Me and Amanda both did, because the last time we were on, we just went to get services, had a hole punched in it, because to me it's just easier to unclip it and hand it over,
Yeah,
instead of taking it out of the little vinyl pouch. But then when we went to get services, after we went to our room and everything and got our CPass card, we went to get services. We're like, oh, we just need a hole punched in it. And he's like, oh, we don't do that anymore, because it voids the magnetic
yes,
strip.
yes.
So we're like, well, so we either had to buy a new lanyard with a plastic pouch, or we had to buy this WoW band. And
Gotcha.
I would rather have the band than the pouch, so we paid $10 for the band.
That happened to us on one of the Royal Cruises as well. We didn't know. We actually was part of our packing for years. We'd bring our own hole punch because back in the day they wouldn't do that, and so we just started bringing it with us all the time. And so so anyway, we get on Royal and the car doesn't have a hole in it, so we're like. And then it stopped working. We're like, uh-oh, what's going on? So we went down to guest services and said, hey, like, yeah, you can't punch a hole in the cards because it ruins the magnetic field in there and it doesn't work. So you need to go. So we ended up going to get the little pouch. So we now have a lanyard with a pouch because, like you, it's easier to have it on, for us, easier to have it on the lanyard, or in your case, you got the WoW band. But we weren't like, yeah, I don't know. But when we were on Princess, we had the medallion, which we had the lanyard version of it. So I can see how that WoW band would be very easy, because you just, hold it up to your door, or you hold it up, they can scan it for a drink or whatever.
Right. Well, and like at some of the bars, depending like where you sit, like even tonight at the Hideaway Bar before I came on, like we had to take off our band to give to them. So I guess, and it depends. Like last night we sat at Swim and Tonic, which so far is my favorite spot, even though, like I said, we haven't been on long, just not even 48 hours yet. So like, this is our second night. So like, but last night we went to Swim and Tonic and loved it. But like they just took your room number, but if like we were sitting a few more bar stools down, they had like a little square pad where you could just like put your WoW band on like this, or if a bartender took your WoW band, then they would put it on that little square pad.
Gotcha.
So it just kind of depends on the bar, the location, the bartender. Today when we had our day bed in the Hideaway, we had a couple different servers. Some of them just took our room number, some of them wanted the WoW band, and then they would bring it back to us when they brought our drink. So I think it just depends on them. They said the only thing we'll need our little CPass card for is when we're getting on and off the ship at port.
Interesting. So the C band doesn't work for getting on and off the ship. That's interesting.
Right. You still have to have your little CPass
your card. Yep.
Yeah, that is very interesting. When we were on Princess and we had the medallion was the same thing as the card, so we didn't have to carry the card around with us. So I find it interesting that you have to have both on Royal.
This would be why, in my opinion, when we were on Princess, the people at the port, not the cruise people, but the security people, had a little device that you could scan
That is true.
So they know that you were supposed to be there.
That is true.
So that's the next step Royal would have to take, is wherever you go, the port people there will have to have a scanner of some kind where you'd put your WOW band or whatever, so that they know you belong on the ship. Your key card's got the date printed on it and your information and that stuff. And so that's why.
And so unless they can read it, they don't know.
Correct.
That makes sense.
So that's probably why that is. Again,
yeah, that makes sense.
I'm just making a guess.
Right, and this is interesting too. This is the first time I come across this when we were boarding. I look like a buffer. Okay, when we were boarding, Amanda just got married like exactly a year ago, and so I was boarding with my passport, but she was boarding just with her driver's license and birth certificate because she hadn't got her passport renewed yet. But they asked her for her marriage certificate because her driver's license and her birth certificate didn't match. That's the first time in my 9 cruises that I've ever seen anybody ask for that. And I've been married twice. So like, I mean, I don't know if I had, they didn't ask her. It's the same with her. Like her maiden name is different. Her birth certificate has her maiden name, but like her marriage certificate has her first married name, and now her driver's license has her new married name. And the guy didn't question it, but it's like,
why?
That's the first time I've seen that. And I've kind of heard some rumblings about that on some of the cruise pages, like, oh, they've asked me for my marriage certificate, and I'm like, I've never been that. This is my 9th cruise. I have never one time been asked for my marriage certificate. Because then what? Do I got to bring my divorce decree and then my previous marriage certificate? Like, I'm like, yeah.
You got to show up with a file folder full of.
But like, what about people that have been married like way more than twice? Like, you have to bring 3 or 4 divorce decrees? Like, I don't know.
Yep.
So she was like, luckily I brought it with me. So she brought her marriage certificate, but it still didn't match. But the guy was fine with it. He took it, but.
All right. A couple comments, Ashley. Couple, and guys, the easiest way around what Ashley was just talking about is to use your passport. With a passport, it's just a passport. But in their case, if you weren't hearing her clearly, her friend who she's on with, Amanda, her passport was expired, so she just went with the birth certificate, and they gave her a little bit of a tussle with it. But obviously, making sure your passport is up to date is the easiest way. So,
absolutely.
Tony says, "Isn't it Ashley's birthday? It was Ashley's birthday yesterday.
Yes,
yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Yesterday. So she's on a birthday cruise.
Yes.
And
Yes.
Macrina was asking, can you still use your card for everything? Ashley was actually talking about that. The answer is yes, but you can't punch a hole in it. And Ashley, it's just convenient to have it either on a lanyard, and since you can't punch a hole in it, she was going to have to buy a new lanyard with the plasticky pouch. So instead of doing that, she decided to buy the WOW band instead. So yes, you can either use the card or you can use the WOW band. But if you do get the WOW band, you still need your key card to get on and off the ship. So you end up with both. So personally, I would just stick with the key card. And knowing what you know now, maybe you would have gotten the plasticky thing and done the key card there instead of doing the WOW band. Who knows?
Right. And so it's like, because I do like the lanyard, like the lanyard is fine for me. But then I felt like $10 for the WOW band was a better deal than another lanyard just for the plastic pouch. So I guess it's your personal preference. But I saw a lot of people that didn't have the lanyard that were keeping their CPAS, like the women, keeping their CPAS cards like right here in their swimsuit.
Yep.
Yep. Or like, I guess if the men have a pocket on their swim trunks, like you could use that. But to me, that's just, you're asking to lose it, in my opinion. So to me, you either have a lanyard and you have the vinyl pouch, or you have the WOW band. Like,
gotcha.
So
what
I don't know.
What I want to know, and I don't know,
there's the mini golf.
Oh, hang on, let me bring it back up there. Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yep. That's a nice mini golf place, actually.
Yeah.
And there's so much seating here. Like, I love the amount of seating. Like, there's this little like pod thing right here.
Nice.
Like, that's just cute. It's just, everything's cute. Like, I cannot tell you, like, the little details they put in is so cute. Like right up here, I don't know if you can see, I'm trying not to make everybody dizzy. Wait. Okay, right there's like little cubbies. So like you can put your shoes shoes in there. So if you're going to go to the water slides, which is just up
Right there. Yep.
there's some of the water slides. So there's several places where like you can put your shoes, you know, if you're just going to go on the water slide and come back down. You know, so, and the deck's
Nice.
pretty hot. Like even today, I tried to go from our day bed to the pool a couple times without my flip flops on. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so hot. And I had to like turn back around and get my flip flops. But like, if you're just going to go on the slide, like those little cubbies are a great alternative. And they have it a few areas around the ship, around some of the like activities, you know.
Nice. So we have a question for you. So
Sure.
how did you how was your experience getting on the ship? Look, this is the largest ship in the world. There are most passengers trying to get on a vessel at the same time. What was your experience you felt of getting on the ship there in on the Icon? Sorry.
It wasn't bad. Like the traffic was bad. Like we left our hotel, which was at the Intercontinental Miami Hotel, which when we mapped it, it was only 12 minutes from the hotel to Terminal A, which is the Icon terminal. But it probably took us close to 30 minutes to actually get there, just because once you entered the port area, the traffic, there was a lot. But there was also 4 ships. Like we saw the Carnival Sunrise, we saw the MSC Seascape. There might have been one more that's escaping me at the moment. But when we were waiting to sail away on Icon, we saw, because we were in Terminal A, so like I guess if you can think of it, Robert and Lisa, you probably know, but like people who haven't been to Miami, there's like several different terminals. So Icon was Terminal A, which is the very front one. So first we saw Carnival Sunrise go, and like everybody's waving, and we're all like, yay, hello. And then MSC Seascape came by, or Seashore, I already forgot. But anyway, I have a video of it. But one of the C's, MSCs. And so anyway, I was like, well, you know, they're just jealous because they're passing the Icon. But anyway, but that MSC ship looked amazing, honestly. Like I haven't been on MSC yet, but it looked really, really nice. I was like, oh, and really big. I'm like, wow, like that's a big ship. Even some people standing next to me were like, wow, that's a really big ship. I'm like, it really
it's pretty
is.
big. Yeah, it's
so like we saw both of those go by. There might have been another one, and it's escaping me right now. But yeah, so then Icon was the last to leave. So our sail away was like at 5:15.
Nice. Yeah, for what Ashley's been trying to explain, the way the port is laid out in Miami, it's basically just, you know, I'll use Miami. It's a long line. So you enter the port, say here, okay? And the A terminal is all the way up here, okay? And A is the closest to the ocean. And so the Icon, once it leaves, it's, you know, immediately really out into the ocean. And so when you're coming in back here, you've got to go through all the traffic for all the other ships that are all lined up over here on this side. Okay. And so they have, you know, turns for people to go off, but you've got to pass through all that traffic. But ultimately, the Icon being so large and so many passengers, I know they've got 2 different layers, and they've done well building that terminal down there to receive that many guests. I'm interested to see when the World America from MSC shows up, because it's an Oasis class ship, and they're building that brand new terminal down there for MSC. You probably saw it when you were there in Port Canaveral. I'm interested to see how that looks. Which, by the way, to compare the Seascape, Seashore, Seaside, they're just about the same size as the XL class in Carnival, but the way that the ship is designed, it just feels a little bit bigger than it actually is. It's 170,000 tons, right?
Yeah, it was really big. Whatever that MSC one was, like I said, it was one of the C ones. And even the people standing next to her were like, oh my gosh, look at that ride. Like they had like a carnival, not a carnival ship, like a state fair type carnival ride.
Yep.
And they were like, oh my God, look at that. I would not go on that because I'm not any type of roller coastery ride person, but it was really cool looking, you know? So the people that are like those kind of rides, then you go.
I
You'll
believe
love
that's
it.
the seashore that's got the arm that
Yeah.
swings you around. I believe that's the
Yeah.
seashore.
Okay, so it may have been the seashore. Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember it being one of the sea ones. I just can't remember at the moment. But I recognize the sunrise because I know the sunrise used to be the Triumph, and the Triumph was my very, very first cruise in October of 2012. And then I knew it had changed to the sunrise, so I recognized it right away. But
all right. So
anyway,
Macrina,
so it was fun, and I still like. They had a sail away party here in Icon, and it was nice. It was fun. I do have a video of it, but there's just nothing beats a carnival sail away party. Nothing does. There's just
now
nothing that beats it.
we agree with that 100%. However, when we were on the Magnifica, that was because
That rivaled
Oh.
Carnival Sail Away
yeah,
on the Magnifica because they had Reverend
Dr.
Dr.
Reverend
E,
E.
which he was from Carnival. So he knows how to get the crowd going, Carnival style.
Gotcha.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
Gotcha.
because we were shocked, we're like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
Are we on the wrong ship?
It did feel like that a little bit.
It did.
Yeah.
It did.
And you know, one thing on here too, which I was surprised, like the very first day, like once we got into our room, I think ended up getting our luggage maybe around. We had the 11:30 to 12 check-in. We probably arrived at the port exactly at 11:30. Dropped it off at the porter. Got on very quickly. It was very fast, even with them scrutinizing Amanda's birth certificate and marriage certificate. It was still very, very fast. Then we came on, you know, we tried to do our hole punch thing. We went and got our WOW bands. We went to muster, which we did the pre-assigned, like the Royal app will tell you, oh, click on this to do your safety video or whatever, and it shows you a tiny little quick video of how to put on a life jacket. Then we got to our muster station, and they scanned our, you know, our paper copy, which I'm sure you can probably do digital, but I still have the paper copy of our C-Pass. They scanned it, so I like walked into the Royal Theater where that was our muster station, and I was expecting to see some demonstration, but there literally was nothing. There was not one person in there. Like,
No.
all they did was scan our C-Pass, and I guess we could have just walked away. Like, I just thought we had to walk into the Royal Theater because that's where our muster station was. Where we're like, there's nobody in here. But I guess maybe
most of the
video in the hotel the morning of, we didn't need to do anything else.
Most of the cruise lines now, you're watching the video either in your cabin or on your phone, right, on your device, and then going to your muster station is a formality, just so they know that you know where the muster station is. And so when you get there,
Gotcha.
they just scan your card. Yep, you've been here, you're good to go, and you're out. There's no demonstration, there's no nothing. In fact, pretty much, I can't remember the last time I saw somebody, a crew member, show me how to put on a vest because you're watching the video. And so Royal's that way, Carnival's that way. I think Princess was that way too. MSC's that way. Of course, we were on the nasty, list on MSC, so we had to watch. But
that was because the back-to-back, and we didn't do it the second time.
But that's okay. we learn from our mistakes.
Yeah, I was just really surprised. Like we just like scanned our little C-Pads, and then we walked in there just expecting something, and we're like, oh wait, there's like not one person in here. So it was a good photo op for like a picture of the Royal Theater without anybody in it.
What's your opinion of the Royal Theater?
So far, just from that point, it looked really spacious. You know, it was big. We haven't been to a show yet. Obviously, like I said, we've only been on a day and a half. I have the Wizard of Oz show scheduled tomorrow
Nice.
at like 3:00. So I'll be doing that. But it looked much more bigger than Jubilee. Like I don't have a lot of complaints about the Jubilee. I love the Jubilee, but the theater was pretty small. But I also gather it's small because they have that center stage area where they can also do shows, so it doesn't need to be as big. So I get it to a point, but the Royal Theater looked like it was maybe a couple different levels that you could get into it from a couple different decks.
Yeah. The theater in the Jubilee is the same way. You can get there from two different decks because there's an upper and a lower. So, but all right.
It just didn't look as big and spacious, in my opinion, as the Royal Theater does.
All right. Macrina has a question for you. All right.
Okay.
I heard the drink package is not a set price. Can you give us an idea of how much it is? Do you know anything about
Okay.
that?
Well, that's a funny story. So, we were not going to get the drink package this time because we had 3, port days. We're like, okay, we're just not going to get it. We both didn't want to pay the extra. We each brought a bottle of wine on board, but then as soon as we got to like the Point and Feather, which is like the little pub on Icon on Promenade, we had like 2 drinks, and then the bartender was asking us about the drink package. So I ended up just buying it for the both of us because I've had a rough 2 weeks. Like, my mom passed away on August 31st. The week before that, she was slowly passing for a couple days, for like 5 days before she passed, and then just this week dealing with all of that. And then my birthday Saturday, I'm like, you know what? Like, I don't really want to have to worry about counting my money and counting my drinks. So, or not counting my drinks because on Royal it's unlimited, but I just didn't want to have to worry about monitoring my credit card bill. So I'm just like, you know what, forget it. Amanda is my treat. Like, I'm buying the drink package. So buying it on board was like, I think it was like $105 a person. But if we had bought it several months ago, I remember seeing the price being like $73 or $83, depending, give or take a little bit.
And that's per day, by the way, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
per day. But so, like, yeah, we would have fared, it definitely would have been cheaper had we bought it pre-cruise. But like I said, we really weren't planning to buy the drink package. But like, once we got here, I was like, you know what? Like, I can't deal with any more thinking right now. So I'm just like, let's just buy it. I'm going to buy it for us. It's my treat. And we're just not going to worry about having to, watch our money for this. And plus, I like the fact that we also, for Perfect Day at Coco Cay, we reserved Hideaway Beach for adults only. And so you can also use the drink package at Hideaway Beach.
Oh, nice.
So I thought
Nice.
that was a big plus.
Nice. No, that's really cool. I agree. That is a big plus, right? And that's
Yeah.
sort of an interesting side note to the cruise line's private islands. Is some of them, the perks that you get on the ship and different things do translate to their private islands. In this case, the drink package. You use the drink package while you're, there.
Right.
Yeah,
Great.
that's
I
awesome.
don't know if it goes all over Perfect Day at Coco Cay. I don't know if that applies to just Hideaway Beach. I really don't know. But we have Hideaway Beach because we're on here with no kids, so we're like, we don't really want to be around a lot of kids.
This is a no-kid cruise for us.
We had our day bed at Hideaway here, and we got Hideaway Beach at Coco Cay reserved, but and let me go on to that is like, yes, it's September after Labor Day. There's not a ton of kids. I have no idea if this sailing is sold out. I haven't researched it, honestly, but
the ships these days don't sail empty. I got to say yes. They just don't sail empty.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. Yeah. There are kids, but there's a lot of I don't know how to say this politically correct. Foreigners, people from different countries, I've noticed. So those countries are on a different school schedule. So like right now, I'm just going to give a blind example. Australia, this is probably winter. So there's probably people here from Australia, you know what I mean? So their kids are not in school right now. But I have noticed a lot of people from other countries whose kids are here versus just American kids, because obviously they all just started school a few weeks ago here. So
Correct.
So there aren't a ton of kids, but there are still some, like the little splash pad. We could see it. Hideaway is on 16, so we could see it down below. The little splash pad on 15. For the kids, it was really, really cute. I was like, wow, that's really cute. And if I didn't have school-age kids, but I still had like kids under 5, like this would be the time of year I would go because there's not a lot of school-age kids, And if
That,
there
that's our
are school-age
that's
kids, they're here from other countries.
that's our favorite time of year to cruise. Lisa and I is when kids are in school, because there's a few less kids on board, but it's a whole different experience. In fact, when Alyssa, our daughter, was growing up, we would actually take her out of school for a week and go take a cruise when there was less kids on, just so it would be a different experience, right? There are still plenty of kids or children, because to your point, different countries are on different schedules. They have different vacation times and all these things. And so there's always going to be some children on a ship. If you just don't want to see children on a ship, then you need to go on, one of the adult cruises, whether it's Virgin. Of course, they've now lowered it to 18, but
Well, still 18 is
it's
still
still
old
18.
enough.
Yeah, right.
And then or Oceania.
Yeah, they're adults only. So, but look, we want to thank you
Yeah,
for
I've done
being
that
with.
too. Like I'm one of those that my youngest is 19, but like I've taken them out of school. She was in all-star cheer, so we had lots of cheer competitions that were during school time. And
Yeah.
I'm one of those. I'm going to take my kids out of school whenever I want. Like my name is on the birth certificate in all the school districts. So
we were the same way. We said, look, this is what we're doing, and fortunately, Alyssa was a good student too, so it wasn't like she was really missing anything. She kept up with her homework, and so it was fun.
Yeah, we would ask her teachers, if there were any assignments that she needed to work on while she was away, to send the assignments with her.
Yep.
And so they never had any problem with it because it wasn't like we just vanished. That they were aware of what was going on, and they, here, have her do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right. Well, look,
yeah.
Ashley, we want to thank you for being with us. We don't want to take up all your time, right? You're on vacation, celebrating your birthday and a little mourning at the same time, which again, our condolences.
Yes.
And we thank you for being with us. I know everybody who's watching also thanks you. And we enjoyed the looks that we got to see. And it just makes me like, oh, man, I want to be on a cruise so much. And oddly enough, I want to get on the Icon.
Right, me too.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad we booked the Icon because we booked it probably 2 or 3 days after the sailings became available to book. So probably nearly 2 years ago. So this has been 2 years in the making, and we've been looking forward to it, and it ended up coming at the right time with the whole thing with my mom. So it's like, and we got a really cheap rate. I wouldn't say cheap, but like we got under, I think me and Amanda, we had a balcony room. We have an ocean view balcony room on deck 12. It's room 12138. So pretty forward. But when we booked, they honestly didn't have a whole lot. I don't know if they just didn't release them because it was only a couple days after that the sailings were released to book. But we only did it a couple days later, but there wasn't a whole bunch to choose from. So I'm like, okay, deck 12, that looks good. There's nothing above me. There's nothing under me that I need to worry about. Booked it. It's a great room location. We like it. But we probably got it maybe right at $3,000 total for the two of us for an ocean view balcony. But I know a couple months later, or like I said, Amanda, she's been married since then. She even looked at her husband when they got married a year ago. They were going to get a room, and then I was just going to have my room and maybe find someone else to go. It was $8,000 for the same week, the same balcony. I'm like, oh no, I don't, as much as I love to cruise, I wouldn't pay that for any cruise.
Yeah.
But
Lisa and I we've talked about that multiple times, and that's why we haven't gone on the Icon yet. Is just we're going to take that same $8,000 and we're going to go on 4 different cruises, as opposed to one. And so, all right, Ashley, thank you so much. We appreciate you being with us, and we hope you have a fantastic rest of your vacation. We are looking forward to seeing some of the pictures that you post up on our Facebook group once you get back.
I definitely will post some throughout the week or when I get back or whatever. And thank y'all for having me on. Sorry, I'm not the most techie person in the world.
No, don't worry about it. It was fantastic. It was fantastic.
Hopefully that will get better with time. But anyway, but thank y'all, and bye, TMC Clan, and hopefully see y'all soon. And
Bon voyage.
Cruise. If you are not registered for the group cruise, get on it because I can't wait.
Yes. I'm going to send you all that information.
Yes. All right. See y'all later.
All right. Ciao.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Oh, that was awesome.
Right? Was that great, everybody?
Yeah, I love that.
Wow, fantastic, man. I'm looking forward to Icon now.
I know, me too. I never thought that I would be, but after talking to Ashley, and I
Right?
think, yeah, I want to go.
You know what was really neat? With the exception of twice, there was no buffering. It was very little.
Yeah, that was awesome. I love that the internet was great for her.
Yeah, absolutely. So there's been a few people. We're not ignoring you guys. We're just trying to get some questions in for Ashley when she's be there. Like Dr. Cherie, hello, welcome to the stream. And we saw Tony come in. Mama Tallman's on there. Hey, everybody was saying hello. Tony came in. He's watching the Lions. Hopefully, your Lions are doing okay. And Tom's like, we'll be ready. Yes, Tom. We're going to have Tom and Macrina on this time next week.
Yes.
They're going to be on the horizon. They're going to be giving us a sneak peek of our group cruise.
Yes.
For those who are joining us who don't know, we're having our very first group cruise. I'm going to show you just a little information on that in just a second. But just so you know, we're not travel agents, so we didn't book a group cruise to make money off you guys. We're just cruise enthusiasts. We just want to go hang out with the Tall Man Clan and have a good time. And so we're having a group cruise. Here's a little bit of information on it.
Come join us November 8th, 2025.
There'll be meet and greets,
Parties,
pineapples,
ducks, and of course the live shows.
Don't miss our first ever group cruise. We'll see you on the horizon. Well, there you go, everybody. If you want to join the group cruise, I know the email was up there, but again, just send us an email, tallmanscruiseadventures@gmail.com. We will connect you with the agent, Kathy, who's doing the booking for us, because again, we're not agents, and she will get you into the group. You do need to book into the group to be part of any of the group functions. So just send us an email there and we will take care of that. We were mentioning to Ashley about pictures and stuff up on Facebook. If you're not part of our Facebook group, again, that's also a free thing. You just got to answer the questions. There's 2 questions. The first one is, what was your very first cruise? If you have never been on a cruise before, just write none, but you got to put something in the box. And the second question is agreeing to the rules of the group, and which is basically being nice and no spamming. Okay? If you don't answer those questions, it ain't going to let you in. All right? So make sure you do that. All right? Lastly, housekeeping notes. Please, everybody, hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Become part of the Tall Man Clan. It is free to do. Costs you absolutely nothing. And it really does help us keep doing what we love doing here, which is bringing you cruise content. So thank you guys so much. So... we spent most of the night with Ashley. The only other thing that I want to talk about is a little bit of weather, guys. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. All right, so there is current. It just started right there. As you see over there in Mexico up to Texas, there's going to be a little bit of weather going on there. Here we go. We're looping. That's today, tomorrow, the next day. So for anybody going out of Houston, New Orleans, anybody coming out of Tampa, even Fort Lauderdale, Miami, who are going into the Gulf of Mexico, it's going to be some potential rerouting going on. Just be aware of that, okay? Outside of that, we have a lot of just Caribbean moisture going on there. Towards the end of the loop, which you see going on right there, there's the end of the loop, there's another storm system that looks like it's going to clip the Lesser Antilles. So if you're going on a southern itinerary by next Friday, Saturday, again, just be aware. Pay attention to your weather forecasters when it comes to the Caribbean. The there's a couple of on YouTube is the best place to find them. You've got the Weatherman, you've got Medio Mundo, and Mike's Weather Page. Those are really the three best people that cover the Caribbean for cruising. And so like real weather forecast, not just me with this little thing here. So, but yes, you're definitely going to want to take a good look at that. Of course, once we get that, we got to bring up some balcony cam. We got some views here of a sunset here on the Princess, the Emerald Princess. So, by the way, Bev says 425 days. That's right. It's right there, right? It's just it's right there. There's the group cruise countdown, right? And there was a bunch of other comments. Bev said, "Glad I don't drink. I'll save a lot of money." Yeah, look, guys, the drink package on a ship, it is not inexpensive.
It is not.
But if you think about it, if you're gonna go onesie twosies, right? An average cost of a drink's about $10 to $12, right? And
actually, I think it may be a little bit more now. Aren't they like 12 to 14 now?
I don't know.
I think they've
but
gone up.
Just say it's just $12, whatever,
Yeah.
even $10.
Yeah.
Your limit is 15. So if you're capping out your drinking capabilities, that means you've spent $150.
If it's a $10 drink.
If it's a $10 drink, if it's a $15 drink, I mean, just do the math. So it is so much easier if you consume alcohol, or it doesn't have to be that. It could be specialty coffees. It could be the milkshakes. It could be any sort of beverage outside the free stuff they give you in the marketplace, the Lido, in the main buffet, meaning you get juices and coffee and stuff and tea. Those are, of course, free. But if you want soda, if you want cocktails or anything like that, specialty coffees, that all costs extra money. And so to buy it before you get on the ship is always the best time, because it's actually, I think, usually like 25% off.
It's a nice discount, yeah.
Right?
If
So
you know that you're going to be consuming those
Yeah.
beverages, yeah.
So instead of $100 a day, it's $75 a day. But you really, in the end, as opposed to paying onesie twosies, you're saving about 50%.
Yeah.
So though I know it seems like a lot when you think about it, oh my gosh, $100 per person per day. But if you're going to consume that kind of alcohol, it's actually cheaper to do the drink package than it is to do onesie twosies. Now, if you're just, I'm going to have one glass of wine at dinner and that's it, then look, just have your glass of wine at dinner. We don't do the drink package. We don't
usually
drink.
share a strawberry daiquiri, one strawberry daiquiri during the
Per
entire
cruise,
and
that's
we
it.
share it.
And share it. That's right. But like sodas and stuff, I like a soda every once in a while, but we don't do it on the ship. I drink the lemonade.
and I'm fine with the coffee and the buffet.
Yeah, the iced tea.
In the iced tea in the buffet. So I don't even buy beverages.
Yep. So we don't have to do that. Patricia's like, I just want my Diet Coke. Well, so Patricia, if you want like a non-alcoholic drink package, those are far less, obviously, because a soda doesn't cost the same as alcohol.
Correct.
And every cruise line's price is different, so I'm not going to cover it all here, but you're probably more like $50-ish per person per day for your non-alcoholic beverages, sodas, right? But even if you just want one or two, again, just buy the one or two, or like a lot of people, you can actually bring a 12-pack of soda with you on the ship.
Yes, you can.
And if you don't want to lug that on because you're lugging all your luggage, suck it up for the first 2 days of the cruise, or the first day. But your first port you go to, just buy a 12-pack there.
Yes, you can bring a 12-pack on each port.
Yeah. I know a lot of people that do that. They'll bring a 12-pack on when they get
Or
there.
a bottle of wine.
Or a bottle of wine, the same thing. You can do that as well. So, anyway, so let's see. Macrina's like, yikes, we can skirt around it. Yeah, if there's going to be some weather down there. I feel a little bit more sad for, if you will, the ports in the Gulf, right? I was about to say Houston, but Galveston, New Orleans, because that storm is going to curve up there. And even if it doesn't turn into a hurricane, that is a lot of moisture and a lot of storm. And it's going to make things probably a little bit uncomfortable. And so ultimately, the captains are going to do what they're supposed to do and keep everybody safe. So please, 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 if there is rerouting, please don't, get your panties all up in a wad. I don't know how else to say that. It is what it is. We cannot control Mother Nature. It's just something we can't do. And in the end, the captain is going to keep you safe. And that's the most important thing.
And you know what? Just enjoy it because they're
Yes.
still going to have a sail away party. It may be inside instead of outside, but there's lots of fun to be had.
Yes, Patricia, we were just talking about that. I don't want my Diet Coke. Macrina says Alchemy is about $16 for Bloody Mary at Pick and Anchor, so I don't buy anything very often. Yeah, I understand that. Well, when we had Ashley on, for you guys just joining us late, we had Ashley on with us for just about an hour.
Yeah.
Live from Icon of the Seas. They were a sea day today. She was in the middle of the ocean, and we had her on live, and she walked us around the Hideaway, which is the adults area there. Showed us a lot of that, which was really fun. So that was about the first hour. So if you want to see that, you can scroll back and see that.
Yeah, I want to go on the Icon now.
But I was those day beds, $150 per person on a sea day.
Yeah, wow.
And the ones that were in the pool were more expensive.
Were more expensive, she said.
To have people coming pawing at you all day. Well, not pawing
Yeah.
at you, but you know what I mean.
It's
There's
right over the water.
it's in the water.
Yeah,
So you had to go into the water to get to that one bed.
yeah.
And that's more expensive than the $150 a day.
Yes, but they do come with a bottle of champagne, she said.
Hers came with a
Hers
bottle of
bottle
champagne.
of champagne.
That one came with four bottles
of water.
Ooh, $200 for 4 bottles of water. Yummy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bev says, and you're a platinum, you get one free. Yeah, you know what? I don't think we've ever gotten a free drink. Like, we just don't go and get them.
Well, it's always because it's been, at least on Carnival, you go to the sea day buffet.
Yes, it was a
And
specific time, which they've done away with.
They've done away with that. So now we can go to any bar and at any time.
At any time.
And get our strawberry margarita.
Our one strawberry daiquiri.
Daiquiri.
Yeah, we're tired. We had a long, busy day.
We did.
We had a fun day today.
Yeah, we did.
But one Diet Coke a day is enough too. Yeah, so there you go, Patricia. You just buy one. It's okay.
Yeah.
All right? We're again, do the 12-pack. It costs far less.
And you don't even have to bring a 12-pack. You can bring a 6-pack.
Macrina says, I do take advantage of the free drink and the Platinum Diamond Party free beverages. We
do.
We don't always go to the Platinum Party or the Diamond Party or whatever the parties are. We haven't always gone.
No.
But when we do, we may
usually
grab
will
one.
Have a drink.
Yeah. So, yep. Macrina's like, I take 2 bottles of wine. There you go. Perfect. 1 per person. Fantastic tips. Thank you, Patricia. Hello, Nurse Tara. Welcome, hon. Good to see you. What number are we at, Nurse Tara?
Hopefully not 469 or whatever it was.
No,
Yikes.
That's crazy. Macrina says, I've been to all the islands, and I'm happy I am on a cruise. I just want to be safe. Exactly.
Yes.
Yep. But there's a lot of people who don't feel that way, Macrina. And we get to read all the fun comments about it after the fact. We couldn't go to that place. I want a full refund.
Yes, there's a lot of that stuff.
You need to compensate me. Yeah, compensate this. I'm sorry. It just is so frustrating to me. Nurse Tara says we're at 1,002.
Oh no.
She's like, oh, I'll definitely rewind after you finish streaming. Yeah, like anything else, we met with Ashley pre-doing this so we could practice a little bit so they could see what it was like and understand. And it's one thing when you're sitting down in your house and you work it all. Oh, it's great. And all of a sudden, now it's going to be live. There's going to be an audience in front of you. And of course,
there's people all around watching you.
Yeah, she couldn't figure out how to turn the camera around. And so it was hard to see a lot of stuff. But and there's another thing. And Tom and Macrina, who are going to be on with us next week, I'll just tell you, there's going to be a time delay. So do us a favor. Every once in a while, take a breath. So there's a natural pause, and so because people will want to ask you questions, and so there's a time delay. So if I'm trying to ask you one of the questions, I hate to have to talk over you so that you can hear there's somebody wants to ask you a question. So just know that, guys.
That's a learning experience.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
But so we're gonna have them on next week.
Yes. So excited.
Anyway, so Nurse Tara says I'll definitely rewind after you finish streaming. Oh, thank you. And Macrina says, I free drink. The free drink is the first drink you purchase, everyone. So buy wisely. If you get a Coke, it's the free drink. Yes.
That is true. That's very good advice. Very good tip there.
And Nurse Tara said she was just kidding about the number.
Thank goodness. I was starting to panic, getting a little worried there.
Yes. Nurse Sarah says, ooh, so exciting, Macrina. Yeah, they're going to be on with us next week. And, oh, Larry, you just missed it. We just had, you're going to have to roll back. Hey, by the way, how are you? We just had Ashley on, the Icon of the Seas, one of our TMC members. We had them live on the show. So if you want to go back and take a little bit of look of Icon, you can roll that back.
And for the record, we want to go on the Icon now.
Yeah, at least check it out. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Yeah, she said boarding was great, and so far what she's got to see. But she said she hasn't scratched the surface, and that's one thing that I'm worried about because I like to see it all, and of course we do that for you guys, right, with the videos that we do and all the things, and so that's the one thing we're like, oh my gosh, are we actually going to be able to get it all in a 7 day?
We would have to do it back to back to be able to get everything in. I'm afraid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The same thing with like the Utopia. The Utopia is so big. I'm not sure we'd get it all. We actually, I'll rephrase that. We could get it all in, but we wouldn't sleep.
That is very true.
It'd be like our midnight drives. We're just going to start and just, yeah.
It's hard enough doing a midnight drive and not getting any sleep. I don't think I could do 7 days.
Yeah, right. Oof. Well, we would like completely convert, sleep during the day and work all night, but then we're going to miss everything. So yeah. Reminds me of our first cruise. We very rarely slept.
That is very true.
And
how funny, Ashley said her first cruise was on the Triumph. That was our first cruise together.
Yep. I mean, we literally did everything. We were up at 6 o'clock in the morning, went to bed at 1 o'clock in the morning, sometimes even later. And it just every single day. We were so tired when we got off that ship. Like, can we go do it again? We're not going to, unless that's when we decided we are never doing that again. If it was on the schedule, we tried to go and do it. And sometimes we'd split up and I'd go one place and she'd go another. And we tried to do it anyway.
We did.
Nurse Tara says, I'm off next weekend, so looking forward to seeing Macrina on a cruise. Yeah, it's going to be Macrina and Tom. So they're not sailing together. They're not together. They're, but they're both
on the same ship at the same time.
And so, and Tom's got the Wi-Fi package, and so he's going to come on, and we're going to see what the horizon is like. So, yep. And Larry says, "Okay, I'll take a pass. Sticking with the Beyond for another 4 weeks with Mark." Larry is a huge cruiser. He and his lovely wife and friends, Mark, they're and Roberta. They're royal and celebrity. Like almost exclusively. Every once in a while, he'll squeeze in maybe a Virgin, and he's tried MSC and didn't have a good experience. But I think he may try it once more. But we'll see. But if it's a food thing, then Larry, you got to go to Virgin. Go.
Yeah, Virgin has great food.
Take that cruise. But they're gamblers, and so their cruises are free, and they get all kinds of perks and stuff. Mark is his friend Mark is all but living on the Celebrity Beyond. He's up there hanging out with the captain. They go down to dinner and like, so what would you like to eat tonight? They make them whatever they want. It's only because they're on there so much. You can only have that menu so many times, and it just starts getting tired. So, but all the fixings are back there, and they take good care of them. So anyway, hope that was okay to say, Larry. If not, it's too late. Sorry. Macrina says, I ended up getting the social Wi-Fi package. Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. It may not be enough to stream, but we can try. It's okay. We can bring you both on separately with 2 different phones.
Interesting.
Right? We can send Tom one way. We can send you another. You did book Virgin. Excellent. Good.
Nice.
I really hope you have as great as time on Virgin as we did. We really enjoyed it. And I know you've been on there once before, but the food is just fantastic.
It really is. Presentation is just spectacular on Virgin. Yeah.
Bev says Triumph was her first cruise too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
Again, our first cruise together. I had been on several cruises prior. Lisa had been on several cruises prior, but that was our first cruise together. In fact, it was our first cruise, first vacation after Alyssa was born.
Yeah.
We had waited till she was old enough that Mama Tall Man, my mother
she went on vacation with Nana.
Yes, she went on vacation with Nana, and then we went on vacation from her. we
love you.
But we did. And then when we got back, we needed a vacation from all of it. But yeah, we love the Triumph, which is, of course, no longer the Triumph, but I don't know why. Change the name, gonna erase its history. It doesn't happen. All right, everybody. So we want to thank you all for being with us tonight. I had a fantastic time with Ashley. Hopefully, you guys did as well who have been with us from the beginning. We have had a busy few days to include today, way longer than we were supposed to. So we are tired. We actually haven't even had dinner yet. So we are starving. So we're going to cut this a little bit early. But I do want to remind you, we have another drive coming up.
Yes, we do.
That will be tomorrow night, Monday night. We're leaving tomorrow night for our final leg of this 1,800-mile trip. But by the way, we are so tired, I actually forgot to schedule this stream. We're like 5 minutes from needing to go live, and I'm actually scheduling it.
I think we went on like 2 minutes late or something.
We came on late because of it. That's how tired we are. We've rested from the trip. It's adding up. But anyway, we are having our last drive. It's about 400 miles, so it's going to be a lot shorter of a drive. We will still start at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, which is going to be 7 o'clock our time here. And it's going to be a shorter stream because we only have 400 miles to go. But join us for our last leg of this 1,800-mile trek from essentially just about East Coast to West Coast, from Ohio to Arizona. And we'll talk some cruise news as we're driving, if there is any new cruise news. There really hasn't been much. I was looking around, and so I wanted to save it for the drive, which is why I didn't bring up any more cruise news today.
And plus, we wanted to spend time with Ashley.
Exactly. This was all about Ashley tonight.
All about Ashley.
So real quick.
AAA.
Yep, AAA. A couple last comments here. I think my Wi-Fi will be for keeping in touch with pictures in Facebook and Instagram and hopefully YouTube. It's hard to say about YouTube. The social package really is just more about Facebook and stuff. It's not about streaming. If you wanted to stream, I think you have to go up one level. But you can try to see what happens.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
And Macrina says road trip. Right? Oh, I know. And there is one more thing we got to do. I'm sorry.
just you and me, babe, until the morning light. The morning. So come on over, we can make it through. Take my hand, I know just what to do. Just what I like to do. On the beat, keep dancing through the night, keep dancing. We stay up until the morning light. The morning light. Baby, you're out of sight. On the beat, keep dancing through the night. We're dancing through the night. Stay up until the morning. Stay up until the morning light.
There you go, everybody. The theme song.
Yay!
God, it just makes me happy every time I hear that.
I know, me
just
too.
right, just it really does. Okay, blue. Give me blue. There we go, blue. Big blue. All right, everybody. We love you all. We miss you all. We will see you tomorrow night.
Yay!
We're at the same time.
Yeah.
But we're going to be driving, so actually you're not going to see us. You're going to see the road. But we'll be there and we'll be talking. We're going to have a good time. So come hang out with us. It's a blast on our drives. All right? Until then, be safe.